missed you guys. How are you doing? If you are new here, hi, hello, my name is Carrie. If you've been here before, welcome back to the channel. I'm sitting here right now and I'm making some pickled jalapenos because it's something I've wanted to do. Well, I've already done it, so here's one and we ate already half of it. But I've been wanting to finish off the rest of these jalapenos that we have. I can tell that it's time to pickle them because we're not gonna eat all of these fresh within the next couple of days, and they need to be eaten within the next couple of days, or they need to be pickled, and they're delicious pickled. So I made this a couple days ago. It is pickled jalapenos with red onion, some garlic, and all that good stuff. I'm gonna show you guys exactly how I make it. Right now I have white distilled vinegar and water on the oven in a saucepan. I'm just bringing it to a little bit of a boil because that's gonna be the brine. So I did a half cup of white distilled vinegar and a half cup of water. It was like a little bit over a half cup. Pretty much I just wanted it to be able to fill the jalapenos in this jar. So it really just depends on how big of a jar you're using. So I've got the brine cooling off, and now I'm going to take my jalapenos and I'm going to slice them. I like thinly sliced, and I like keeping the seed in because I like spice. I should probably be wearing gloves while handling jalapenos because if I wipe my eye or anything like that, it's going to be excruciating, but I'm living on the edge right now. I don't have any plastic gloves, and I'll just wash my hands directly after. Okay, so jalapenos are in. I'm going to add a little bit of red onion, and then we'll mix it all up later on. But the onion will give it an extra layer of taste in there. And then I'm also going to add garlic, and then just squish it in. Pull it out with a knife. I'm gonna add a pinch of salt, a little bit of dried oregano. Put the brine over top like this. Then I'm gonna add a little bit of this organic maple syrup to just sweeten it up a little bit. This is what I like to call flash pickling. It's just quick, easy. You can have it the next day. It's going to stay in the fridge. And there it is. So that's gonna go in the fridge. This is what it ends up looking like. As you can see, it starts to kind of lose its color, which also makes it kind of lose its super spiciness. Like, I can eat this full jalapeno right now. Let's take a bite. Yeah, still has a kick to it, of course, but it's like a little bit more candied, especially with the maple syrup. We have been very blessed lately to have some beautiful days. It's been really crisp outside, but sunny. Just like crisp, sunny New Zealand winter days. And I'm very into it. I kind of remember around this time last year, it being a little bit more dark and dreary. And so I'm soaking up this sunshine as much as I can. It's not as wet as it normally is, so I'm loving that. Although I will say that I'm growing fond of having all sorts of different weather. Like, I love the moodiness of the fog coming through the valley here. Like this morning we woke up, we were looking out of our window and it looked so moody outside, but there were just beautiful colors because all the trees are turning orange and there was fog rolling in, and yeah, it was just so moody and so nice. Today, now that's all burned off and it is sunny, still crisp out, but I'm gonna try my best right now to plant a bunch of seedlings that we got from a friend. I'm gonna go plant those in the veggie garden. Okay, let's get cozy over here. I've got a lot of seedlings around me right now. I'm gonna show you guys what we have and what we will be planting. This is some spinach. A lot of these are great for the winter months because we were a little bit nervous, but they're all kind of like hardy for the winter. This is cauliflower. We've got some pak choi, a lot of pak choi actually. We call it pak choi here in New Zealand, but in the States, bok choy. Now I'm forgetting what we call it over there. Bok choy in the States and pak choy here. And then this is some cabbage. Love having cabbage in the garden. We've got more spinach. They hooked us up with so much. Cauliflower. They grow these at home, so they were like, we have too much. You can have some. Cabbage. This is a salad mix. Love having that through the winter. Another salad mix. And gosh, a whole another box here of seedlings. This is all broccoli. And then a lemongrass, which is super fun. I love lemongrass. I buy like pickled lemongrass. I keep it in our fridge and I put it in all sorts of like Asian dishes. So if we can grow lemongrass ourselves, which I've never done, that would be amazing. Let's get started on planting. This kale is doing so well for us. It's lasted for years, which is so nice. That's how our kale was in California as well. It turns into a tree and gets really hardy and lasts for a while. I've just parked in town. I'm doing some errands. It was really nice to get some seedlings in the garden. Right before we left, we also moved all of the pet sheep, the 3 of them, from the orchard, which we had them all in the orchard together, which is really small because we moved them out of the paddock and the orchard was kind of getting long, the grass. So we put them in there for a couple days. And today we've just moved them from the orchard to a big paddock on the other side of the house. It kind of goes like through the whole side of our house. It's the paddock that has the creek running through it. Come on, Ramsey. Let's go. Let's go. Come on. Come on. Come on. Let's go. Good boy. We moved the sheep to greener pastures.
They'll be in there for like a month. There's so much grass in there.
There's so much to eat.
It's like we only do it in the winter because all of the trees, they lose their leaves and then they become a lot less appealing for the sheep to kind of nibble on.
So the winter time, this is super green and lush.
It's kind of the only time we let animals in here.
So that they don't eat all the young saplings. I've just parked because I'm going to run into a thrift store and look at a couple paintings. I want to put 2 paintings in our bathroom. We almost put up a mirror above our toilet recently. It was a like mirror cabinet that I personally really liked, but Alex wasn't keen to see himself pee every time he goes to the bathroom, which I also understand. He was like, it's kind of awkward to every time I have to go to the bathroom, I have to look at myself in this mirror. I really liked it because it was storage. We hadn't really talked about it for a long time, and the other day our friend was over helping us with the granny flat, which we're also getting into right now. We are starting to really start moving on getting the granny flat, sleep out, casita, whatever you want to call it, that's on our property turned around so that it's a working space and people can come stay there and enjoy it, because it's just been kind of neglected for a very long time. So we've been thinking about that, kind of talking about what we want the floors to be like in there, whether we want them to be carpet or wood. And then now I'm going into the thrift store to see if I can find a couple like vintage looking paintings, because I've decided that that's what I'm going to put on top of the toilet in the bathroom, because the bathroom has been finished for a while, but right above the toilet there's this really large blank space, and I thought I was going to do that mirror cabinet like I just told you. Then we changed our mind, and so now I'm thinking the best thing that could be there is a nice landscape vintage photo of like the forest. I love finding little like cottage style thrift pieces with like a gold frame. That's what I'm hoping to find. And so I'm gonna go in, and I would like to find 2, like one a little bit bigger and one a little bit smaller. And I think that like if you're going to go use the bathroom, the nicest thing to see is a nice landscape. If it's a miss this time, it's okay. It's the first time I've been to the thrift store in a long time and I really miss it. So let's go. I found stuff. Not exactly what I was looking for, but I did find other things that I wasn't looking for. I plan on doing a gallery wall on this one wall above a side chair that we have in the house in the living room, because there are so many blank spaces all around the house. So I'm just trying to fill with more art, and I love finding arts at secondhand shops because they're usually like really old pieces. They're usually drawings. Sometimes they're prints, but sometimes they're like the real thing that are signed by the artist, and they're from like 1945, and just I find the coolest art pieces. So today I really liked these ones because they are of New Zealand, and I think that's really cool. And especially if I don't end up using it for the gallery wall, I can use it for the granny flat, so that there will be some pieces of New Zealand in there. This is of a little town called Littleton that I love here in New Zealand. It's on the Banks Peninsula, and it's like one of my favorite little spots. So this says the Littleton Towing Raft. So it's a little towing raft in Littleton, which is really cute. And then this one says Queen Street Jetty, Auckland, 1870. So it is a drawing of Auckland in 1870, which is really cool. I got this. It's so tiny, but there's Alex. He was meeting me here. Hey.
Hi.
I dropped him off at the pool so he could do some laps.
I'll stay out here.
I was just showing that little orchid. I just thought this was so cute. It's a very tiny frame. It's a little orchid, and I just feel like this will be very cute somewhere random that is just like a small space. And then probably my favorite piece of the day, these coasters. How cute is this? This one says lemon. This one says fig. I just love the design too, like the green checker. I love cherry. This one's olive. I love the lemon and the olive so much. This one's a mandarin. And then this one's grape. How beautiful are these? Oh my gosh, I'm so excited about these coasters. It was the first thing I found, and I was like, yes. I'd say it's a win. We're probably just gonna go back home now. I won't go to another thrift store today because it's already probably closing time, but I'm gonna go to a thrift store again this week and see if I can't find some paintings for the bathroom wall.
Heard you want to leave this place where we grew up. This old town, just put it all behind. Remember you and I would always find somewhere to hide when we were kids, so we could see and hear the water run. The river's gonna cry when you're gone.
We've just gotten home. It's warm in here right now because we had the fire going all day. But I'm just getting it going major because the key to wintertime here in an old farmhouse is to keep the fire going all day long, even if it's just a little bit, and definitely to get it roaring around like 4 p.m., 3:30. Probably around 3 is when I start getting really serious about the fire. We've just gotten home, it's around like 4-ish. Whenever I'm here by the fire, he's there, and he sleeps by the fire. You love the warm fireplace, don't you? Yes, you do. Hello, it is a couple days later. I'm having a reset routine right now, which has been really lovely. I've just reset the seasonings, the salt we needed to refill, the hand soap. I'm doing laundry right now. We just put fresh sheets on the bed. I'm just like cleaning all the countertops, vacuuming. The house feels great. I love doing this. As you guys know, I went to the thrift store the other day and I found some pieces that I really loved, but I didn't find exactly what I was looking for. The last couple of days I planned on vlogging, but so much was going on that I was just like living in the moment, which I feel like is a good thing, but sometimes because I'm a YouTuber as well, sometimes I'm like, oh, I need to be better about just like picking up the camera. But when I'm in the moment and living in the moment, that's also a very good thing to do that. That being said, we went into town the day before yesterday and we were doing a bunch of different errands. We were making plans for the sleep out / granny flat renovations. We have a carpet measurement happening this coming week, which is really exciting. It feels like things are moving and grooving with getting that space turned around. And so when we were driving around, I saw a secondhand shop that I wanted to run into really quick because, as you guys know, I talked about how I was looking for a painting over the toilet, and I ended up finding one that I really love. So this is it. I am a softie for paintings like this that are just cozy homes in rural settings on roads like this. So I also have one in the bathroom that's just like this one because the bathroom has a lot of gold hardware. So I wanted something with a gold frame like this, and the other one that's in the bathroom has a gold frame and it has similar colors. So I feel like it just goes really nicely with that painting, and that's exactly what I was looking for. So we're gonna probably be putting this up above the toilet today. Okay, so we are going to hang up this painting now. I've also just brought in a fresh towel because I've just cleaned up in here. And this is a freshly cleaned hand towel. I'm gonna put here. And then I'm also gonna put freshly cleaned bath mat. They kind of look like they belong together, which is really exciting. The colors are like right on point, and the frame. And I bought this without even like having a picture of that one. But right when I saw it, I was like, I know it's gonna go with it. I love that a painting like this will bring in a lot of color. When I was gonna do the mirror cabinet, it didn't add much to the space, but this will like bring color and character. So I'm actually glad that we went with this because we do have a lot of space here in this drawer for storage. And so it works out pretty good. He's got his tool belt on.
You know what that means.
Things are about to get serious. I've asked Alex to make a little hole in this hutch because I want to put my speaker system, the Marshall, that Alex got me for my birthday, on here because we've had it on the windowsill for so long and the window gets condensation, it has sunshine coming in. It's not the best place for it. It's exposed to the elements. And so I'm gonna try to put it in the corner and then put the cord through the hole and then into the wall, which is right next to the hutch. And I think it will work out really perfectly because I'll have access to it so much better that way. Because right now I need to like move the Monstera plant and then climb over the couch and it's a whole thing.
Another plug adapter.
Okay.
Might as well just vacuum behind the hutch too, because there's a lot of stuff there.
Okay. Perfection. It'd be so much better. A much better place for this because it's like just right in the middle of the kitchen and living room, and now we can connect easy and it's just safer for it.